Hello guys, welcome back to the crew Waltron driving our cars part number 67, the Mercedes SLS AMG. This is sort of replacing the SLR, but yeah, time moves on and in real life this thing is now replaced by the AMG GT. They have a license with Mercedes, so well, I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier, and from the news that I well, not only me, but the news that we have so far from the Calling All Unit expansion, which is upcoming November 29th, they are bringing some new cars. We have sort of confirmation of the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta and the Lamborghini Huracan. So I don't know. Maybe they will also bring the Mercedes AMG GT. For now we don't have that yet, and it's kind of a thing which one to use in circuit. The C63 AMG is pretty decent. The SLR 722 is probably the better one. Well, not probably, it is just a bit better than C63 in circuit. But it's a bit long, and this is a bit shorter. Not looks so much as a spaceship, although it's going that direction though, but... So, which is the best? The SLS or the SLR for Mercedes? I don't know. I might give it a test later on. First we'll have a look at the acceleration. Seeing this thing also comes with performance and circuit specs. I'm looking here, the C63 300 SLR we also have sort of to take in consideration if we're comparing the Mercedeses. 24.1 for the 300 SLR, 24.3 for the C63, those are kind of slow accelerating cars. 24.4 for the SL, so that's also not good. This thing should be faster at least, I think. And the SLR did a 23.7 in performance. Fastest time here still La Ferrari with 22.5. Slowest so one of the Cadillacs, I think, 25 seconds or something. I don't think this is going to be the slowest. I also don't think this is going to be the fastest. So we are looking 23-24 seconds. 23 being above average, 24 being below average. That will give us a pretty good idea on acceleration. Performance spec. Bit of more of a aggressive hood, I guess you can call it that, and a different color of course. Doesn't seem to be that fast, does it? Just a feeling maybe, I don't know. .2, that is below average. And about half a second slower than the SLR, which is kinda replacing. So, no. Acceleration, not that good. Let's take a look at the circuit spec. Circuit spec, the 300 SLR 22.8 for the C63 as well, 23.8 for the SL, so forget about that one, and a 22.6 for the SLR 722. That's the fastest we have here for the Mercedeses. Of course, Ferrari 21.9 still the fastest here. (23.2). Also this one more than half a second slower than the SLR. So okay, we already found a minus for this car. Acceleration is not that good. It's below average in both specs compared to the competition and even compared to its own brand. 5 Mercedes in the game. It's one of the slowest. The only thing slower is DSL, but all the other 3 are faster in acceleration, so no. Not good acceleration. Response is not that good though. Eventually goes to the left if you want it to go to the left, and but it takes a while. Brake seems to be more than good. Pretty sharp steering. On the uphill sections like that the acceleration issue is coming back, but other than that pretty smooth. Handling is more than okay on this thing. Pretty solid if you can move over a van. Top speeds, well, not really something we should mention. Going towards 390. The better performance spec to 400 here. Handles pretty good. The brakes are more than good. Acceleration not that good. And nor is top speed. So nope. It's pretty smooth to drive, but if you're gonna compare this to the competition, you're gonna be a bit behind. Only average this performance spec, if you take everything in consideration. The circuit spec. Going through the list again. GT3 livery. If you're familiar with the Blancpain series, which is sort of European Touring Car Championship, you're probably familiar with this car. Has won the 24 hours up for Spa-Francorchamps a couple of times. Also won other races from the Blancpain series. So what's the competition coming from? Z4 GT3 from BMW, McLaren 12C, later replaced by the 650S GT3 livery, and so on. This year, well, they're sort of replacing the cars. The Z4 has been replaced by an M6 in GT3 livery, and this SLS has been replaced by the AMG GT, also in the Blancpain series. What else does drive there is something like the Ferrari 458, also in GT3, and they are sort of battling it out. Sort of a battle of GT3. I'm sort of thinking, well, Le Mans series or something that it's called in the, if you're from the States. Also this one handling good, brakes good. $415 something. It's kinda okay. 420, 420 plus for some of the circuit specs, but it lacks a bit of top speed. It lacks quite some acceleration compared to the competition. So now I'm thinking it would be which of the two will be the better, the SLR or this one, if we compare the Mercedeses.
We no longer have eyes on the targets. The strategy's gone. Roger that.
The SLR does have the top speed, and also acceleration wise it's like half a second faster on the mile. But this one has better brakes, I think, and also handles better, so I don't know. Might be a tight battle between those two. What's this here? Sebring International Raceway. Can we do a test here? There's a faction mission here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. That is for performance specs. It's kinda normal, seeing it is in the performance state. Not gonna test the performance because, well, both SLR and SLS are kinda average if you compare it to competition. So, circuit spec, that's the best use for this car for sure. Well, quickly I'm gonna make a pre-drive challenge here. Let's say one lap at the Sebring Raceway and see what we can do. And with what are we going to compare? With the SLR. Trying to figure out which of these two is best, but I think it's going to be a matter of preferences, sort of tight battle. SLR has the top speed and the acceleration. This one has the handling and the brakes, so I don't know, we'll see. Oh, course we are in the south, so I hope we can get the same conditions, but I kind of doubt it. Very often if you're hanging out on this circuit and it's already getting darker, you're gonna have to deal with rain at some point. Pretty smooth in the corners, this thing, seeing it has the handling, it has the brakes, so nope, also not really a problem. Lacks a bit of acceleration, here we go. It's getting really dark, we're gonna have to deal with rain. Should have an option to put the weather in pre-drive challenges. Keeps being pretty stable, so handling in the brakes are really good here on this thing. But yeah, it lacks some acceleration, it lacks some 136.6, and it lacks some speed compared to the SLR. 136.6 for the SLS. Now of course we're dealing with rain from the start now, because it's still raining. Let's see what we can do in the SLS, which has less handling and a bit less brakes, but it's faster accelerating and it also has a higher speed, so I don't know. That was already a bit more difficult for this car. Also here, sliding a bit. This thing is trickier to handle, also on the circuit. Brakes, oops, kinda okay. SLS has better brakes though. Also you get some little understeer coming into the corners or coming out of the corners, and really did not have that. In the SLS. This one having the better acceleration coming out of corners, also result higher speeds on the long end. Also here, almost into the tires. Had to correct it a bit. .137.3. Yeah. We had to deal with rain all over the track, while with the SLS it was only 3/4 of the track, so I think they're going to be pretty tight. Maybe with a slight advantage for the SLS being the best Mercedes. Although if you really take it to the track, also the C63 comes into play, because that's also not bad on the track. But for the SLS here that we see here, definitely the best use is the circuit spec. Performance is not that good. It lacks a bit of acceleration and it lacks a bit of top speed. Handling and brakes are pretty good. We'll see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.